zero. I just wanna be a superhero.
The beam of light as well actually has stopped in that corner and it's hovering.
So it is.
Right. Well, I don't know much I can do about that apart from physically holding the balcony up.
We're going to move straight on to Scott.
Awesome. I think I should create a random pillar
I think that's a good idea.
and smash it through anything else that's not destroyed. No, I will
Demolish.
get rid of the green smoke cloud and create a support strut to the upper circle, hopefully pushing it back into the correct position.
So you're now dissipating that box,
No, I'm not dissipating the box, I'm dissipating the cloud.
but in order to create a supporting column, you're going to have to dissipate that wall that you've created there.
No, I'm not, I'm just going to expand a thing out of the wall. Have an imagination, man. Bricks, the wall will just expand into the whole upper circle.
You're going to build like an archway over to the balcony where it becomes a pillar.
I have no idea. I'm about to rebuild the entire Colosseum right now.
Okay.
With a statue of himself in the middle of it.
It's got to be a pretty big thing to support that. So yeah, I'm just gonna literally. Oh, can I make a giant tank? I'll make a tank and I'll just drive it into the dress circle, and hopefully that will hold it all up.
That jar of Michael Balls while you're in the dress circle.
We spoke last time about the difficulty of you doing certain things.
Yeah, which is why I'm going to go for a giant pillar, because I don't think that's difficult.
But what's going to be difficult is doing an arching pillar all the way from where you are, trying to aim it perfectly to support this.
Yeah, I was giving up on the whole arching thing because that seems ridiculous and just not right. I'll dissipate the cloud in the box and just throw a pillar up.
Are you going to still stand by him, or are you flying up into the centre of the stalls? What are you doing?
I'll fly up to the ceiling and put the pillar in where it needs to be, so I can keep an overview of the situation.
How strong are you?
How strong am I?
It's your construct that's going to be strong. It's not going to be you. You're not of any extra.
Yeah, I know. It's about protecting Michael as well.
Yeah. Why don't you just put him in a ball like a egg?
Like
Because
Michael
I need
Ball.
to.
Like a Michael. Yes.
Because I need to create a pillar to save all the people. Unless we don't care about the people and we just want them to die, then I'll just do nothing and sit behind the box.
Inside of it.
I want you to remember at this time that there are cameras that may have been abandoned and they may be swinging wildly, loosely on their tripods, but they are still filming.
Yeah, and they don't know what I can and can't do. I can save Michael Ball, but not save hundreds of people. So, guys, do you want me to save them and drop the wall around Michael? Save the people.
I will go back to trying to cover Michael.
Instead of flying, I'll just stand in front of Michael Ball. I'll create a pillar and throw it into where it needs to be. And then at least I'm in between Michael and anything that could go shoot at him.
Brilliant. So the cloud separates, you move in front of Michael, and this huge green, is it going to be like a Colosseum kind of column that goes, where does it start?
Okay. So it's going to start off quite small. It's going to come out of my ring, and next thing you know, there's just a floating column that just flies into position.
Got it. So it's actually connecting from your ring and going to there. You're not trying to base it on the ground to hold it. It's almost like it's just an extension of your arm. Right, fair enough. So this column now goes out and it latches onto the bottom of the circle as it swings out further. Now you've managed to now support that. On the other side, it begins to fracture.
Awesome.
Okay. Now,
someone better do something quick.
On the left-hand side of one of the lower boxes, one of those constructs now takes aim and fires directly at Michael Ball.
Am I not stood in front of him?
He's off to the side. It's kind of like an angle. These are adjusting their eyes, and they're actually made. They are a weapon. It's not. There's no kind of human kind of error with these things.
Who's going?
Okay. Well, goodbye, Michael Ball.
A red dot appears directly in his forehead. Moments later, he is hit with this vial, and he is thrown back against the back wall of the stage.
It's me thinking I can put a portal on his forehead.
It's your go now, Gage. But he's already been hit.
Job. Right, I'll still put the portal on his forehead.
Yeah, give him a nice quick death. Put the portal in his forehead.
And then one in front of his forehead and the one behind his forehead.
Well, has he not already been shot?
It's already hit him, Gage, directly in the forehead.
Yeah,
He has now
so portal
got
him.
this clear vial sticking directly out of his forehead. It's about 2.5, 3 inches long. You can see that that whatever was in it has now drained
What
within.
glass is stuck in his head?
Yeah.
Right,
He's dead then.
Gage, portal him out because he's going to turn into a massive whirling ball of light and smash through something and kill more people. Just portal him into the ocean.
Yep, to the harbour.
Yeah.
You place a portal directly underneath him.
Yep.
And lying is spread out on this debris that was his backdrop, was his set. He has got a vial, a clear vial, which is still sticking directly in his forehead, and he drops through the floor. Okay, and that is dropping through your portal. And he is going to appear where?
Red River.
Oh, Red River there.
Are you trying to drop him directly into the water?
I'll say dropping him out, kind of firing him at an angle so he doesn't fall directly where the portal drops. It just fires him outwards towards the rest of the ocean.
No, what if he spins up and explodes out and kills innocent people?
Fine, then I'll just
right
drop
into
him
the
in
water.
the ocean. I'll gently baby him down into the water.
All right, and he lands into the water, crashing beneath the green-blue dark mist that is the Red River. Just go.
And then I run to the dressing room and grab that jar of Michael Balls.
No, you don't.
You're not near
He's
the
dead!
dressing room yet. Okay. It will take you more than one round to get there. If you want to do that, then all you can do is get up to where the stage is.
You're not
Already
doing that.
done one portal.
Keep the portal open.
Fine, I'll keep the portal open.
Keep the portal open. Okay, now it's Matt's turn.
Right, well, we've sort of failed.
We
There is
saved hundreds
chaos
of people,
now.
fine.
By the way, there is chaos where people who are within the stalls underneath where this circle had moved out and down, they were sure that they were going to be crushed, so they all hit the ground and were clambering over each other. The people on the circles have all fallen down. They're all starting to pick themselves up now, and it is maniacal. In front of you, you're looking out of box W. You can see to the right as you look at the stage, there is a portal of where Michael Ball has fallen through, and you can see to the left of you, almost at an eye line, there is this hovering sphere of light.
Brian!
Well, I can see the thing that shot Michael, can't I? It was in box B, was it?
If it was B, then no, you can't quite see where he was from. But you can see on the opposite side, in box D, there is also another one of these constructs, these creatures. Now, knowing that the job has been done, it now turns its attentions to where Scott is in preparing to fire at.
Well, I will jump across because I think you said the other side of the balcony which Scott is supporting was starting to fracture, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. If at the top of the upper circle on the left-hand side near your box, that's where it's swung away already. On the right-hand side, on the opposite side, if you follow it along, it's starting to crack and fracture.
So would I be able to jump across there and use two hands to support that, and then...
You can leap down. Now, the trouble is, that is the main supporting structure, and that is what's fracturing, causing it to now come away from the wall. You can get to that. That's going to be about 10 foot tall, though, to go to the top. So you can support it, but you can't jump underneath and lift the whole of the circle.
So I'll hold the pillar to support it and stop it from coming away and fracturing.
Okay, that's fine.
Right. So jump over there and do that. So is that my move action, and is
I
that
would
my
say
full
to
round?
grab it and try and support is going to be a standard action. So you have a move action and a standard action every round, don't you?
Right, in which case that's my full go, because I have to move to get over there and then grab it and support it.
The beam of light
Right.
goes now, and that beam of light shoots back forwards towards the stage and plants itself in the orchestra pit. And it will explode out from the orchestra pit just setting the whole pit on fire and splintering the front of the stage and around the orchestra pit, and all the seats where Gage and Claudia were sat, they all just splinter up, and almost like the floor just curls back, creating this crater where the orchestra was sat.
I know it was Brian, but we may want to do something about that at some point.
Brian, no!
Well, we're trying to save people right now.
Yeah.
There are then 2 more of these constructs, and they're both motion to each other. Both of them are going to fire at Scott, who's in the center, who's the one that's obviously there, ready to hit. The one that he's actually creating this column from his magical powers, his special powers.
Can I volunteer? This may not change what they do, but I want to drop my invisibility as well, so they can.
Okay,
see
I think you can drop it as a free action, can't you?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
fine.
basically hoping to draw their fire away from Frankie.
Okay, they're both not going to necessarily see that. They're both focusing on Frankie, so both of them are going to fire. Ooh.
As a free action, can I put on my force field?
I don't think that works like that, does it?
It's free, personal, and sustained.
It still has to be done on your turn normally, doesn't it? That's why.
Yeah, it would probably be on your turn. You should have declared it on your turn, maybe.
All right. Well,
Okay, so what's your parry?
I'm not gonna
No,
dodge.
sorry, your dodge.
I'm not going to,
Why?
because I'm trying to save these people.
Okay,
Hero.
that's fine. Give me a toughness
I'm-
roll.
Okay, that is 18.
And give me another one, because 2 people have fired at you.
Oh, that's 23.
Okay, so one of the shots just seems to glance off. I'm going to say it actually hits the ring, and it glances off the ring. It doesn't cause any effect to the supporting structure you've created, but it also doesn't hurt you. The other one is going to hit you directly in the side,
Okay.
and it's going to mean you are going to have a -1 on future toughness saves. So basically, not one off of all your toughness saves in the future.
For the rest of the...
Encounter.
Oh, it's just in count.
But the trouble is, it takes you so many minutes to actually start repairing them. And if you had to go from this encounter and move straight into something else, you would still be at that disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about
They're both fired at you. It's now your go, Scott.
that. Okay. Well, if these people aren't clear, then there's nothing I'm going to do.
So now we've got
I
2
will
big
erect my
hitters.
force field, though.
Oh, good idea. Okay, and this is going to leave it up to Gage to do something about your 2 shooters and the ball of light that is now sat in a crater in the orchestra pit.
Wait, the 2 shooters still alive?
The 2
There's
shooters.
4, and there's 2
box-
still alive.
Right, gonna put a portal under one of them and then a portal above the other one. So one drops down and then lands on the other.
Remember, your one portal has to be pretty close to you.
Yeah, I was going to try and save Michael, but these people are more important.
It's okay, we saved Michael.
No, we didn't.
By dumping him in the river, that's the traditional method.
Saved him in the end! Alright, I'm gonna close off that portal. I'm gonna open a portal under the one that's on the left, on the floor, right below the enemy. And then I'm gonna open another portal, the exiting portal, above the second one on the right, above him. So the one on the left just falls straight down, crashes straight on top of the right.
Okay, these are not created for any kind of close combat, any kind of situation. They are literally distance guns. They are distance shooters. So what now happens is that first one will drop through that portal and out onto the second portal, and as they connect together, they just burst into a cloud of metal dust.
Awesome.
Okay?
Yeah,
Well done, Gage.
Now that's your portal. Do you need to move? Do you need to do anything else? You've got another action.
well, I
You can
presume
only
the
move
balcony
now.
that one's pretty damaged at the moment.
Yeah, it's hanging off.
Well, do you want to see if you can recover Michael as well? Because we don't know that the exact same thing is happening to him as happened to Brian.
Surely he's drowned by now.
He's been in the river for 6 seconds. He might be alive. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he may not have drowned that quickly.
Right, I'll try.
Yeah,
and
me and Matt will save the people. You go and try and see if Michael Ball's
Can I
alive.
open another portal to go to?
No,
There
you
he
can't
is.
create another portal because you've already done one for your action. You
Oh,
can
you
move.
mean you want me to actually run to the river?
Yeah, in order to do that, you'll have to wait till your next go to create a portal to jump through.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll wait for my next go for that one.
Still got Brian here at the minute.
Still got
Yeah.
Brian, the light bee.
Lion.
Okay, Matt, your go. The circle has stopped rumbling. It's actually now, with the help of Scott on the left-hand side and you on the right-hand side, as I can see it, it's now stopped rumbling. People have now managed to clamber out, and I'd say it's near enough. The circle is empty. The dress circle that was underneath you, where you actually are now, Matt, that's all but empty now. There's just a few stragglers that are going. It's the stalls that have still got a few people in there because they were thrown back from the explosion within the orchestra pit.
Right. But there are still people here, so it's not like if I just abandon where I am, then there will be people that suddenly get crushed under a collapsing balcony.
The dress circle that you're actually supported, the upper circle, is
Yeah.
clear.
It's clear.
Yeah.
But if it comes down, is it not going to hit anyone in the... There were still people remaining in the dress circle, weren't there?
There are only one or two that are close to the exit now, which are heading off towards the exit. The concern really is the stalls for you.
Right, so I can safely leave off that.
You've got to remember that the bit that was swinging away is being supported by Scott. The worst thing that's going to happen if yours breaks is it will come down onto the dress circle because Scott's still stopping it from moving and swinging out.
So we're all right for the minute. Brian was just at the front of the stalls, wasn't he? Basically where the orchestra pit was.
It's
Am I
in a
remembering?
crater where the orchestra pit is now, this glowing light. And you can see now, if you look at it, that it's not just a glowing light, that there are arms and legs that are flailing either side. But it looks like out of control.
Right. Because I don't know whether the same thing has happened to Michael. I don't know whether this entire thing is... whether it's some sort of spontaneous mutation that's been caused or what. But I'm going to jump down, try and land fairly close to Brian.
No, stamp his head.
Are the people still trying to get out of the stalls, or are the people who've been knocked down because of the explosion? Is that who we need to get out of there?
At the back of the stalls, the back half, that's where people were flung. That people were thrown over chairs and over each other. The front half of the stalls seems pretty clear because that's where the explosion occurred. Doesn't seem to be that there's anybody trapped within the explosion area. They're all at the back.
Matt,
Right.
now's your time to say Claudia.
Where is Claudia, by the way? Has she gotten herself
Let me
out?
save her.
She was at the back of the stalls. You don't know. You can't see her.
Right.
Damn.
Unless you're going to go and look for her.
We're going to need a new barmaid.
I'm gonna jump into basically the centre near the front of the stalls.
Okay, so the walkway at the front of the stalls before where the chairs were.
Yeah, right in front of Brian.
That's part of the crater now. So you're going to jump on the edge of the crater.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. As I'm doing this, I'm just shouting down to people.
Get out.
Moving,
Oh, you
get
so
out,
calm.
do this. But I'm not going to attack Brian yet because he doesn't seem to be doing this deliberately.
Kill him
Okay.
anyway.
So can I hold my remaining action? So
No,
can I say that if he does anything directly aggressive, then I'm going to try and knock him unconscious?
Until we look at it, I'm not going to go through all the instructions. I'll say you can hold your remaining action. I'm not sure if that's a definite for next time, so we'll look into that. But for now, let's hold your remaining action so you're just putting yourself in readiness.
Yeah, I'm just ready to try and punch him out if he does anything which seems deliberately aggressive.
Do you want to actually do any kind of check of what you can see there? Any kind of perception check?
I can do if you like.
Yeah.
I get a 12.
A 12, okay. Now you can see that this is a ball of light. It looks like molten light. It's bubbling and rippling. You could see arms and legs out the side, and you can see a really faint facial expression at the top of the light, and it looks in pain.
Kill it. Kill it with fire.
Dump it in the harbour.
Put it out of its misery.
Right.
Okay, and
Launch it
it
into space.
as Matt has now readied himself, it is now Brian's go. The ball of light from landing in the crater is going to shoot directly up and hit the ceiling.
Awesome.
That seems like something potentially dangerous. He's going to bring the entire place down, isn't he?
Probably.
Let's try and knock Brian out.
Okay, so you're now going to try and jump in his way.
Yeah.
With a fist.
Okay.
Drop kick him.
Drop
Zangief
kick him.
style.
Good lord. Let me
Go
just
Super Saiyan.
Go Super Saiyan.
Good lord. Saying a lot of stuff that I just don't understand.
I was just going to use my standard
Okay.
attack. It just seems easier than using different things every time.
To just do the same move every single time. Okay.
Uh,
Right.
it,
Hey,
sounds-
it works.
it's just mechanically easier.
Okay.
But I'm not going to use the accurate attack bit this time, so it's.
I think you should.
So the DC is going to be 30, and it's going to be plus 10 to hit. So let's see. 13, so 23 to hit him.
23. Is this a close range attack? Or is
Yeah.
this as he flies up in the air, you're going to intercept him?
I'm intercepting him because it looks like that's going to be dangerous.
Okay. That's fine. So, yeah, you definitely hit him.
Right, so that's DC.
What's your DC
30.
on that? 30.
Yep.
Okay, he's going to fail by 3 levels here.
Oh, sorry. I was using the power attack, wasn't I? So that's 35, sorry, not 30.
He's going to be staggered. He's going to have -1 to his toughness. Staggered means he's dazed and hindered.
Smack him again.
He's not a minion.
I can only do
No.
the one.
If he was a minion, you could
Rubbish.
do that. But as he's not a minion, you can't do that. Which means now it's going to be Scott. Scott, you are supporting that now. You can see as you're supporting the
so-
left-hand side,
Just
the
carry on.
right
I'll
starts
get
to
some
crumble and just breaks down into the upper circle.
So I don't need to carry on supporting that now, really, because everyone's clear of it, yeah?
If you let it go, it'll just mean that the left will also drop down, and hopefully, as long as the weight is not too strong, it will also be supported in the dress circle.
Awesome. Seeing what's going on from my optimal view from the stage, I'm going to take the pillar out and smash Brian with the pillar.
Okay. So,
And consider it as a force blast.
okay, if it's going to be a force blast, it is going to literally explode out, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're also going to hit. You're also going to hit machine with that.
That's fine.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough. Right. So you
Okay.
are going to create a force blast directly at him. I don't think there's an actual roll for that, is there? It's just literally like throwing a
It's-
grenade.
Pretty much. DC 25. So,
So Machine and Brian, they are both going to have to roll to dodge it. DC 25.
Serious.
no.
I can't do
Oh,
that.
what? You can take it.
What's the damage that does? The damage, if I
Only
remember rightly,
10.
just looking at it, damage 10.
Yeah.
What's your impervious, Matt? It's 18, isn't it?
It's 18, so that means that damage 10 will hit me.
It will hit you.
So I need to make my toughness save.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah, I probably can. Yep, that's a 9, so that's 27.
Sweet.
Okay, so it doesn't touch you. I think what's going to happen now is it will hit Brian, and it's now going to incapacitate Brian. He's going to be
Yay.
knocked unconscious. Okay? As you've hit Brian, he's crashed into the back of the stage. The impact has knocked him into the back of the stage along with Machine, skidding into another mini crater, and he's taken back human form as he's unconscious.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay?
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to do? Because now there is nothing else
We need
within
to
there.
retrieve Michael from the river.
Retrieve Michael from the river!
Nothing I can do about that. What do you want me to do? I can only move right now. So
Okay.
I'll walk over to Machine, make sure he's on his feet.
Gazing around the theatre, you can see that there's a whole tier that has just crashed down into the tier below.
Awesome.
The final stragglers are running out throughout the dust fields that have been created by all the mayhem out of the stalls. The cameras are still facing in different directions, not only for the stage, but also different areas to capture audience shots. They're still running.
Yeah,
And all of this has now been caught on the camera.
fair news.
Right. Was this being live broadcast?
No.
In which case, if people are bothered about it and want some sort of deniability, then maybe getting to the control room and getting whatever recordings there are might be an issue. But still, at the minute, I think Void needs to get on with doing some portaling so that we can try and rescue Michael in whatever state he may be.
Okay. I've got an idea.
You're gonna say Port Michael to the spotted zebra, aren't you?
No. What if he turned into a massive ball of light and he destroys my pub? No.
They're claiming insurance.
Matt, you head to the... How dare you? How dare you? Right. Matt, you go take care of the cameras. Portal Pete and me. We'll jump into the river.
Okay.
Let me get my swimming trunks on at least. Come on.
Shut up.
Void, you jump down off the balcony. You're now going to create a portal for yourself and Frankie to jump through?
Yep.
Where does the other side come out?
Hopefully exactly where the other one did.
Exactly where the other one did.
Or
Okay.
Downriver, because he's been in the river for like 18 seconds now.
Fair enough. What he said.
Void, it's your portal. What do you want? Where do you want it?
Set the portal just ahead of where we dropped Michael Ball last, so we can at least get near to where he is now. And then when we get that, just do another portal straight back to. I don't know. Where should we put him? We can't really bring.
Oh, we'll find out if he's alive first. Just do the portal.
Sec.
See, depending on how dangerous it is, I'm not too worried about saving him, as I am about punching the shit out of him. I don't know.
You really got it in for Michael Ball.
What can I say?
Yeah, alright. Set a portal and we'll just go to where his destination was.
Yeah. I'll make us a little rowboat.
What do we reckon? Recording equipment, probably in the sound and light control booth as well.
I'm hoping so.
I can't see anywhere separate.
We need a CSI lab so we can pick up some iron filings in a test tube and test them. There are broken vials and bits of liquid everywhere. I'm sure we can do something with that.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to find out whether the exact same thing has happened to Michael as happened to Brian. Because
That's it,
we've
isn't
not
it?
seen the aftermath of what happened to him.
Well,
The equivalent of
instead of going after the camera equipment, leave all that, and we'll let the public decide how that all played out. And just come with us, and we'll go and see if we can save Michael. We can always sort of change our appearance and hide ourselves away in a pub if it needs to be.
Yeah. But we were good, generally.
Yeah.
There's enough witnesses, and I deliberately made sure I was shouting the right things about telling people to get out and save themselves.
Exactly.
In times of great danger, the public need heroes. Remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's something I'd like to do. Using my auditory sensors, just make sure I can't hear anybody screaming for help, trapped under anything. Sounds like it's clear.
Oh no! What a beautiful hero you are. No, you've managed to clear the path for everybody. Nobody's actually trapped under any kind of wreckage.
Right, cool.
You
That's
can-
welcome to the-
Well, if we're pausing for a second while he just makes that check, then I'm going to. I know there was at least one of of those vials that you described as having landed completely intact when it deflected.
Okay.
I saw that land completely intact. So I
Yep.
want to go pocket that quickly before we go.
Okay.
We don't have access to this scene again.
Yep, it's skittered off to the right-hand side of the stage, but there is a dust-covered vial. It's about 3 inches long. It looks on the one end like a test tube, and then it goes into a very, very sharp needle point. It doesn't feel like glass, but it's still intact, and it has still got its liquid inside.
Yeah, open up your chest compartment and put it inside.
Yeah, because I have one of those.
You better do. I'm telling you.
Iron Man does.
I'll take it and I'll wrap it in something. I'll pull my
Void.
t-shirt off and wrap it in that.
Cling thing.
Shove it in an inside pocket of my coat.
All right.
Brilliant. So, anything else? Is everyone happy? So you've checked. There are nobody trapped. You've now got some kind of evidence from this area.
Yeah.
It's the end of the encounter, so anybody can decide to do anything else if they so desire.
Right. Void, you create a portal. I'll create a small fishing boat.
You want to go for a romantic fish?
No.
It's alright if you do, man. I don't mind.
Okay. I create a small brick and drop it on your head. And then I create a boat.
Right. Okay.
A dinghy.
So a portal
A
opens.
dinghy.
Is it going to be directly in front of you or underneath you? How's it working?
I say we do a portal underneath, so we just drop through, and then you do a boat at the time before we hit the water, so we land in the boat.
Alright, so he opens a portal, drops through. Me and Machine drop through safely onto a dinghy.
I see where this is going.
And I drop down on a jet ski!
You don't get a jet ski.
Oh, come
He doesn't
on.
get a quad, he doesn't get a sword, he doesn't get a jet ski.
I don't get anything I want.
He doesn't get a mint ball.
So two of the heroes now fall into a dinghy safely that has been created by Frankie, and Void hits the water with a splash.
Could I create a portal in the water and a portal just above these two, so a bunch of water just goes and then close it
If
up?
you so desire.
So
Turning to the Three
the
Stooges.
the dinghy suddenly has a roof on it and becomes a submarine, right? Because I've built one of those before. And we go
Portals
off and,
can go inside of areas, you are aware, so a submarine's probably not the best idea you've come up with.
That's
Okay,
fine. I'll just keep changing this thing.
we've got 2 people in the dinghy. We've got 1 person who's now floating by the side of the dinghy, and 40 feet ahead of you, the river is bubbling. And it's
Awesome.
frothing, and the water is spurting out, very much like if you see one of those geysers. That
Okay.
don't mean old people.
Right, so
Well,
Machine grab Void, sling him into the dinghy. We'll turn the dinghy into a submarine, and then Machine, you get ready for cannon cannon fodder out of the
Get ready to become ammunition.
yeah. Assume the position.
the torpedo position.
Yeah.
Good lord.
2 fists.
4 fists.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has 4 arms. What other powers have I forgotten about that you two are?